Hi guys, so we're going to be working on these homemade chips and guacamole dip, and next to it is pico de gallo, and I already done a video on how to make this, so I will post it below. So if you want to know how I made these chips and guacamole dip, then keep on watching. These are the ingredients we're going to be using. Some are optional, like the carrots. For the serving size is 35 calories. The celery, we use 1 stalk, so that's about 10 calories. Fresh lime juice. Cilantro, which has no more than 10 calories. Avocado, which is very high in calories, is 300 calories. And it's high in fat, but it's the good healthy fat and is very healthy for you. Garlic cloves, or you can use garlic powder. Roman tomatoes, we're using 2, and they're around 35 calories. And a jalapeno pepper. Olive oil, we're using a very small amount of olive oil, and that's going to be around 30 calories. And half of an onion, which is going to be around 25 to 30 calories. Now for the flat out, we're going to be making the chips out of it. I actually got them on sale, and I'm trying to find ways to create meals with it. So I'm going to be doing different varieties of using a flat out bread, and that has 100 calories. So let's get into how to make our avocado dip. When picking your avocado, make sure you touch on it and squeeze it to see if it's too firm. You do not want the firm ones because they are not ripe. Now you're going to put that to the side, and you're going to work on cutting up your onions, cilantro, jalapeno peppers, and your onions. Now you're going to take your avocado and cut it in half, and then you're going to take a spoon and you're going to kind of scrape all the avocado out. Now this is why having a soft avocado helps with this. Now if you have a harder one, you can slice it with a knife and then scrape it out that way. Now you can either use a spoon or a potato masher, whichever one you prefer, and you're just going to mash it up. And I'm going to go ahead and mash it, and I will be right back. So this is what it looks like when you mashed up your avocado. And now you're going to either add the garlic powder or garlic cloves. I use half of a garlic clove, and I'm just going to add that into my avocado. And then I'm going to use a 1/3 cup and put in cilantro, tomatoes, and onions, but I'm just going to use half of that 1/3 cup of onions. Now as you guys can see, I left the core of the avocado to the side, and you can use that for later, and I will explain later on why would you use that. And now you just want to mix all of that together. Now when you're mixing, make sure you actually folding so you're not smushing your tomatoes. You still want firm tomatoes inside, so you're just going to kind of fold it, and it should look something like this. Now you're going to take the fresh lime juice. You can use regular lime juice if you don't have actual lime. And you're just going to squeeze in a small amount of lime juice. And now you're going to mix all of your stuff together. Now this is where you can add your salt and your pepper. I'm very strict with salt, so I just use a very small amount of salt and a little bit of pepper. But if you don't watch your salt, you can add as much salt as you like. And that is your dip. Now let's move on to making our chips. Now here we're just going to take a regular flat out bread, which has 100 calories and is very healthy. It has tons of fiber. And now, depending on how much you're trying to eat or who are you cooking for, I was just cooking for myself, so I used one flat out to make the chips, but you can make as many as you like. And now you're going to take a knife and like make little small pizza slices, or you can cut them however or whatever shape you prefer. Now of course each one is not going to be perfect. And I will show you guys what one should look like. Now there you go. As you guys can see, they're all different shapes and sizes. Now I'm going to try to show you guys the olive oil, but I'm having a hard time. But you guys know what it is. There we go. Extra virgin olive oil. And we're going to put a small amount into the cap of the olive oil. And we're going to spread that on our flat out bread. And we're going to use a very small amount, you guys. As you can see, we still have olive oil left. So now we're just going to take a spoon and we're just going to spread it on the top and the bottom of the flat out pieces that we made. Make sure we get the front and the back. Now you don't want it too greasy. You just want to coat it with a little oil, so when you put your seasonings on it, it'll have something to stick to. Now this is where you can get creative and use whatever seasonings you like. I'm using black pepper. Make sure you get it on the front as well as the back. I'm also using garlic powder. And salt. Now you're going to bake it in a 400-degree oven, and you're going to cook it for 5 minutes on both sides. This is what it's going to look like, and I added the carrots, the celery, and the pico de gallo salsa, and this is a very healthy snack that you can have at a football game or a lunch, or just you want to have something delicious to eat. As you can see, I really enjoyed it, and the reason why you keep the core inside your guacamole is because you don't want it to change colors. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this, and give it a try, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.